try to stay away from it.
Yeah, me too. I'm never much of a big drinker. Only when I'm drinking here.
Recorded by the host or a participant. Oh, I just got a little like a fucking alert. It says this meeting is being recorded by the host or a participant.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
You realize, really? You realize that now?
No, motherfucker! I'm just saying I got the fucking alert. It never popped up on my screen before.
As long as it's not an Amber Alert.
No, it was an alert. I said maybe alert for lack of a better word, but it's just a notice to let me know that the host is recording this video.
Yeah, well, we're recording.
It's never happened before. This is the first time it happened.
All right. So it's us three, and then we got to see if Dave Diaz or Julian joins us. One of the two. It doesn't matter. Or neither. I don't know. Otherwise. Anyway, let's do the shot because I need to get drunk to talk about this next topic.
Yes.
All right. I got to make it. Hold on.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Hurry up. What are you doing?
I'm pouring a shot. All right. Happy holidays, motherfucker.
That's right.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Ugh, that was disgusting.
Woo.
All right. So I have to apologize for both of you. To both of you. For putting you through that fucking shit last weekend.
That bitch was, it was like I was ready to go to sleep. I was full from eating, drunk from drinking, and fucking going through torture listening to that bitch because she was just horrible. Yeah,
so I'm not going to mention her name, but we'll just explain to the people that are watching and listening. So we thought all three of us thought it would be a good idea, but it was really my idea to bring in an OnlyFans girls on to join us, figuring Guy Talk would be really funny if there was a hot chick who could join us. And then if anybody saw the Wheel of Misfortune episode, so on and so forth, where we were going to do all the special things with the Wheel of Misfortune. Well, anyway, she comes on and she gives me a list of things she doesn't want to discuss. Now, mind you, I did pay her. Not much money, but I did pay her. And she didn't want to do the Wheel of Misfortune. No, we're not doing it. I don't want to do that. Okay? So the Wheel of Misfortune, if you remember, I got to send shit to her house, right? Which I did. I had to send her a barrel of Jawbreakers, remember? Yes. One of the things was the Jawbreaker. If let me just pull it out so people could see if anybody didn't see it last time. Oh, all right. One day, I'm going to get to use the Wheel of Misfortune. I'm going to find a girl.
The Wheel of Misfortune.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, I had to send all these things to her. So the one thing I had to send her was Jawbreakers. I had to send her the blow-up doll. I had to send. Oh, and I had to send her pasties because she didn't want to take her boobs out. So I had to send the pasties.
Yeah, the tassels, the nipple tassels.
Yeah.
Right?
So I sent her a bunch of Christmas pasties. Anyway, she didn't want to do any of it. So I was like, all right, well, then you're going to be like one of the guys. It's going to be like, having Dave Diaz or Julian here. But she was hot, she was young, and she was from the West Coast, which is not a good combination for comedy.
No.
And this bitch ruined the whole episode. It was so bad that I didn't even air it. I just said, oh, fuck it, I ain't putting this shit up.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. When you go on our OnlyFans page, she's choking on dick.
Yeah. What was terrible is I don't understand how these girls think you have morals. When we started doing the jokes, she's like, "That's racist. This bit took a bad turn." When I said Chinese have kung fu and Japanese have jujitsu and Koreans have taekwondo and Filipinos got nothing, they're just standing around getting their ass kicked. She was like, "What'd she say?" She said,
"What'd she say? Oh, Jet Li would kick your ass or somebody."
No, she said, "I live in an Asian neighborhood, and I know Filipinos that would kick your ass."
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
And right, it's just the comedy 101 is to go with the joke, not go against the joke. You say a joke on top of that. So I said that joke to Foley at work, and he goes, "That's why all their women become nurses because they have to fucking heal them back. Yeah, exactly. And when I thought about it, it was true because Darren's wife is a fucking nurse, and and I think Dylan's ex-wife was a nurse. I swear to God.
Yeah, I listen. You know my favorite joke that you ever told me, and you know, like I be on the websites fucking with women, those the dating websites,
Yeah.
and you know, a lot of times their caption underneath their name is like, "Tell me a joke," and so as soon as I see that shit, you know the joke that I think of, right?
The turtle joke. Yeah, the turtle joke.
That shit's hilarious. That
You know,
fucking turtle joke.
we were going through this with this girl, and once she said the West Coast, I says, "Oh, here we go." I
Yeah.
says, "All right, let it go. Let's see where this goes."
Right.
And like, what, half hour in, I'm texting John, "Where'd you find this girl?"
Yeah,
It
it was
was just brutal.
It was horrible.
Absolutely brutal.
I mean, she had great tits. And another thing was she had just gotten a Brazilian butt lift, but she didn't want to show her butt. You know, it was
Like,
just.
why are you gonna go through all of that and not to flaunt it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
Like,
she said
you gotta-
she was saving it for her OnlyFans page.
Man, that bitch was full of shit.
Yeah, it was horrible. And then, the hell else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I've had terrible, or not terrible. I've never had a terrible podcast. If it was terrible, I would never put it up. But I've had podcasts that didn't work out as much as they could. But what I would do is I would just take out the good parts, put them together and like edit it together so it doesn't look so bad. You just take out all the shitty parts. But there was not one thing I could do with that video. There was not one, and I was trying. I was like trying to like toast to her and make her feel comfortable and talk about her OnlyFans and public. And it was just no matter what you did, man. Talk about the sense of entitlement.
If you're watching this video, whatever your name is, you suck. You fucked up the whole video. So learn a lesson, goddammit, and pay attention because you suck.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here with your bullshit.
Get a sense of humor. And then on top of it all, I had messaged her afterwards and told her, listen, I said, listen, I'm not going to air it. I'm really sorry. I'm glad you came on. I was trying to be nice. I'm glad you came on. I hope it doesn't offend you, but I'm not gonna air it. It just wasn't funny. There was no chemistry. And she never, and that was like Sunday. That was the day after, or Saturday, the day after.
She didn't respond, right?
Never heard from her. That was it. Never heard from her.
We try to do the right thing, and it was, we could have really went down a bad road with that and really tortured her.
Absolutely.
And we didn't, and because you want that girl to come. Then maybe there might be a next girl. We don't know what's gonna ever happen.
Right.
But the point is, we were just trying to make a chemistry that have some fun, promote her OnlyFans thing, and it would have been a win-win.
Right.
That's the only reason why. And I'm going to be honest with you, John didn't text us, go easy with this and that. John knows us very well. We would have ripped her apart, but all three of us thought about the podcast. About the future,
exactly. Yeah.
Because I was going to rip into her.
Yeah.
I'm not texting John, what the hell, what the fuck? I'm just going nuts.
It was horrible. It was absolutely, I'm thinking to myself, should I kick her off? But the thing was, she wasn't insulting. She just ruined the podcast. She had no sense of humor. Boring. She was boring. She had no sense of humor. She didn't laugh once. She didn't bring up any obscure topics. She went against the jokes. It was just fucking horrible.
Remember when I said to her, I said, yo, shake those titties and do something for me. Let me see you. No. She didn't want to do that. She didn't want to shake the titties.
And she wouldn't answer any of the sexual jokes. When I said, "Did you ever get fish hooked?" And she goes, "What's fish hooked?"
Yeah, what was that about?
Yeah, she didn't want to answer any of those.
I don't think I should answer it. What was it, like an OnlyFans?
Any sexual questions I asked her, and if they're all jokes, obviously nobody fish hooks you when you get banged. I mean, right? It's just right. Well, maybe some people do, but it's a joke, And then and if anybody doesn't know, a fish hook is when you're getting banged doggy style, and a guy comes from the front and push two fingers in your full sack, and then you make fish faces. And I did that.
Listen, if anybody is watching that goes on OnlyFans, we don't have to disclose any names, but if you go on OnlyFans and you run up against this bitch, you're gonna know who the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
She's gonna, don't waste your motherfucking money. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
Spend the $5 a month for a bullet to put right into your head.
Yeah, exactly.
Would that her rules, or is that the OnlyFans rules?
No,
that's what I didn't understand.
Listen, OnlyFans is the only thing you can't do on OnlyFans is murder somebody. And you can put porn, you can put gangbangs, you can put whatever you want on OnlyFans. Anything. So it's up to the person making the content. Yeah. But what normally happens with OnlyFans girls, especially girls that don't have like a name, like they aren't already established porno stars or B-rated celebrities or anything like that. If they're no-name girls that are strippers or whatever, normally what happens is it becomes a slippery slope. Oh, $5 a month and I'll take, bikini pics, $10 a month and I'm naked. And before you know it, you're sucking dick and people are paying $25 a month for you to watch suck dick. It's like a slippery slope, right? It's like anything else. But
you see, what the difference is though? If you go along those guidelines, right? Like what you just said.
Yeah.
$5 a month, I'm doing this, and $10 a month, I'm doing that. And then, $25 a month, I'm sucking dick and fucking.
Yeah.
Bitch, I can watch porn for free.
That's
Why
right.
I gotta fuck with you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. That's ridiculous.
And you know what? I thought about that. I'm like, why would I pay for it if I watch porn for free, right?
Right.
But then I'm saying to myself, regular girls are doing this. Well, like, you know what I mean? Like, so what if like, oh shit, so and so, like, what if I'm like 15 years old, right? And I found out that my friend's hot mom has an OnlyFans.
All over that.
Exactly. Right. I'm gonna be fucking on that like white on rice. Right. Or if you're just like a regular married dude like one of us and you find out the girl across the street has one, you're like, oh shit. Right? Because did you ever hear the story about the girl? This was during COVID. There's this woman, she had kids at private school and she had an OnlyFans page. And, she was like the sexy MILF or whatever. I don't know how far she went with the OnlyFans page, but one of the husbands of one of the girls and the parents of the kids that went to school together was checking out her OnlyFans. He tells his wife, yo, guess who has an OnlyFans, right?
Uh-huh.
That girl, the mother of another kid that went to school with her kids, gets together with all the mothers, and what do you think happened? They fucking write notes to the school and letters to the school and complain that this mother has an OnlyFans, and they wound up.
I heard about that.
Yeah, and then the parents, the school kicks the kids out because it's a private school. Only because so lesson learned, motherfucker, don't tell your wife shit. Just shut the fuck up.
Really? Why would you?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, unless they have like a joint account and she found out, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, listen.
You know what?
I'm not mad at her for doing the OnlyFans shit, but you can only keep that shit but so private. Because like you said, that's it. Kids watch it and oh shit, that's so and so's mom, and then shit blows up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can't be mad at the chick for doing that shit, but gotta be a little bit more discreet. I don't know how much more discreet you could be.
A lot of the girls do it with no face. Like this is all you're seeing the whole time.
Yeah, well, what good is that?
Exactly. It's like I want to see your face, bitch. But anyway,
right.
Tip to all the young guys getting married, or married guys. Get your own private checking account or credit card that your wife doesn't know about. So if you want to fucking do an OnlyFans, you could do it. She doesn't know about it. Holy shit. It's not fucking difficult. Like, just go to the bank and say, I want to open up my own checking account with my own goddamn debit card. You put money in there. You want to do an OnlyFans. Your wife doesn't break your balls about it.
I was curious. I don't know. about a credit card, like a Visa prepaid credit card. Can you do that?
I have no idea. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. If you really want to get lazy, just go to a store and get a $200 gift Visa card, credit card, and use that
till it runs out. Yeah,
guys,
I don't know.
Your brains.
Yeah, really. Stop being.
There's so many options, that you do to like hide that shit or disguise it or whatever
Plus, you always want to have a sneaky bank account for a rainy day or emergencies or anything like that. Something that your wife don't know about, whatever the case may be. So you want to buy something for yourself. You don't have to deal with like, oh, did you take money out of the bank account or anything like that? I mean, it's just, when
I think it's smart on a man's part to have a separate bank account aside from what he got going on with his wife. Anyway, I think that shit is like just like that's the standard. Like you're married, you got like a joint thing going on,
right?
But then have your own shit. Where you are the only one that has access to that shit. Nobody else. But that doesn't take away from the fact that you got a joint account with wifey, and she thinks that everything's all good, and all our money's going here. Meanwhile, you got money that she don't know about that's going where you want it to go.
Right, you want to go out. You want to go out with the boys. You want to, and you don't have to hear. Did you take money? Blah blah. Because rest assured, believe me when I say it. Your wife has a sneaky bank account or cash there somewhere.
Yes,
they all.
My wife does.
They all do it. They all do it. My wife has money everywhere. I don't know.
Same thing.
Yeah, she's got. I mean, in all around the house. So you think she's an 80-year-old woman, like in fucking coffee cans? I'm like, Jesus Christ, So these guys, they're just too straight, And then like,
you got everyone. Just for the record, me and John, we don't have no money or nothing else. We're just bringing out, we're just telling you to do it.
Not that I do it. No.
No, fuck that. I got money and I'm hiding my shit.
No, but
these bitches ain't finding none of my money.
Yeah, but you're not married.
I know, really.
No, but I'm just saying. But remember, of course, I was married, so I already know.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, like, how, like, let's say you're getting ready to run out the house, and oh shit, you get to the car, you forgot your fucking keys. You don't remember where you put them, so you're fucking tearing the couch apart and all kinds of shit. You're looking all over the keys, and all of a sudden you lift up a cushion, and oh shit. Where did this fucking money come from? She's hiding money all over the fucking place. You know what I mean?
That's my house.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Absolutely. Yeah, that's my mother. My mother. My wife's got money stashed everywhere. Everywhere.
I go put socks on. Waking up in the morning, a bowl. I open up. It's like a $30 come out. I'm like, really? She's not even good at it. That's the bad thing. I go to feed the fish. There's like a 50 floating in the back.
Right.
Say that again, Meatball.
Yeah, I'm going to one thing before I leave is my fish. I feed them for just like a $50 bill floating in the back of the fish tank. She's terrible, absolutely terrible. You put the light on in the bathroom, Benjamin Franklin shadow. I'm like, really?
That's an expensive fish.
Yeah.
Benjamin's floating around in the background and shit.
Yeah.
Some things. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, right? The bills are paid. You got money in the bank. Your kids are okay. I don't see any problem with you having some money for yourself, buying yourself something you want, anything like that. I have no problem. I don't think there's a problem with that whatsoever. If your wife is breaking your balls about something that you can't have and all the bills are paid and there's a roof over your head and food on the table and your kids are good and your wife is good, there should be no reason whatsoever that you can't go buy yourself something, whatever it is.
That all goes according to, like, the structure of the household. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
You got, like, you just broke the whole shit down, like what you just said. But I'm just saying it in a different way. But, that's the structure of the household. The man, that's a motherfucking man wearing the fucking pants.
Right.
And laying shit down. Okay, this is you. This is what you do. This is what you do here. This is what you do there. And this is what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And because you're holding everything down, there's no discrepancy, there's no bills, kids going to school, you got clothes, this, that, the other thing, everybody, food on the table. Nobody can dispute none of that shit.
Right.
So on top of all of that, you got to have your own.
That's right. That's right. Well,
And, you know,
look at Meatball. How many times a month do you go fishing, Meatball?
Me?
Yeah.
As many times as I can get out of the house. You kidding me?
Yeah, exactly. It's unbelievable. You know, it's just like tomorrow I'm going after we're going to buy the fish for Christmas. If anybody's listening and doesn't know any about Italian Christmases, on Christmas Eve Italians eat only fish, so it's a big fish dinner. But anyway,
the only thing I think about when I think about Italians and fish is a dead fish in the bed.
yeah, I know that was a dead horse's head. Yeah,
Or the dead horse head, but a dead fish or whatever.
Yeah.
And like somebody just got murdered or something.
yeah. And The Godfather was a fish that he mailed to him. Yeah. But anyway, but after that, me and my brother are going to look at motorcycles because I'm going to buy a motorcycle. And I don't ask my wife, can I buy a motorcycle? Like I said, the bills are paid, everything's good, roof over the head, plenty of food. My wife gets beautiful gifts for Christmas, and so I'm just. Plus, we don't have any kids, so the fuck I'm going.
You're gonna do what you want to do.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not breaking any rules, but there are guys, and I don't want to. I'm not going to mention any names, Meatball, but there are guys at work that one guy has a bike, and it's falling apart, and he wants a new one, and his wife won't let him go get a new one.
Fuck that. I'm pulling up in the driveway with a fucking brand new bike.
Let's be realistic here and back there, because we're like beating around the bush here a little bit with certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? If you want something, and the wife should say yes or no, whatever it is. If you get it, if she gets mad at you, that as men, and you got to be the provider. You got to be the head guy.
That's
you
right.
got to be running. You got to make sure there's food on the table, lights are on, kids got education, clothes, all that.
Right.
And there's going to be arguments of something like, I'm going to buy a bike. What is she really going to do? If she's going to throw you out over a bike, if you can't afford it, that's
a different story. Yeah.
That's a different story here.
Right.
It's funny that we're discussing this because I was over at my neighbor's house about an hour ago, and she was talking about her selling her husband's got like 2 old cars. Get rid of those things, blah, blah, blah. And the kid enjoys it, meaning the son. And I'm like, as a matter of fact, I'm up in the air about buying the boat. Not to buy the boat, actually to accommodate me and my family and still keep it at a reasonable size. I want a trailer. I don't want a 40-foot boat.
I hear
which
you saying.
are actually cheaper because fuel is so much money.
That's right.
I can get 3 times the boat for a fraction of the price. And my wife's like, you're really looking to go buy a boat, this and that? I says, this wasn't a discussion thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's what I had in my head.
Yeah.
Would she get mad I get a boat? Yeah, for like 15 minutes, and then it would be over with. But
that's right. She'll get over it. That's right.
The lights are on, the food's on the table, the bills are getting paid.
That's the truth.
And that's what it's all about. So, when we talk about this stuff, we're talking about younger guys getting married.
Yeah.
You have a responsibility. It might take you years.
Right.
I know guys that got $200,000-$300,000 boats living in their mother's apartment.
Yeah, that's
on
retarded.
A 2-family.
See,
I don't judge them, but
yeah, that's just stupid.
That's just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That's like, anytime you put something like materialistic, like a boat or expensive car, above your living means, how you're living, you're retarded. Like you said, you could have a fucking, I don't know, $300,000 boat and live in a room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or in a project.
They do.
Or some shit like that. Yeah. What the fuck kind of sense does that make?
Yeah, but
that's their house. The boat is their house.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
From the spring to the
but that's retarded.
Yeah, most of the guys at work that have toys, they're older guys, their kids are big, they're out of the house, or they're done paying for college, so on. So like Dre has a bike, he's got a Porsche, he's and there was what's his name? He retired and he had a bike. He had a what is it? A quad. I don't forget what they called them. They don't call them quads anymore. But that's when they buy all the toys. You know what I mean? They buy the car they want. They buy the bike they want. I remember when I went to apprenticeship school as an electrician. One of my apprenticeship teachers had a Porsche and his license plate said "My Time."
That's good.
And he said, because, you know, my kids are, and he told his kids, don't look for any money because I'm spending it all.
That's,
You know?
I like that shit.
You know,
I like
Steve, when me and John came to North River, because we came in the same class and we worked, John, what did you have? What was your first car that we carpooled with? What was that?
It was a Ford Escape.
Yes.
It was.
I had a 97 4Runner, and here we are carpooling together. We didn't have to. We
Right.
carpooled to save money, tolls, and all that. And we came into a new dealership. Everybody, remember that?
Yes.
Had new cars. The retro check came in,
That's right.
and we're like, wow, what the fuck is going on here?
Right. Yeah.
Then he
There-
started meeting the guys. Yeah, I live in a Section 8 apartment.
Well, who was the guy? One guy had 3 cars. Who was the guy who had 3 cars? He had, and he used to.
Santana.
Yes. Yeah. Santana.
Yeah. You see, when me and Fitz came in together, it was just me and him. Right?
Yeah.
That's right.
We both were in the plumbers local together. So I was driving in with Fitz, and we didn't know where the fuck we came to North River. We didn't know where to go, up, down. So we went down, and we went in the parking lot on the +5 level, right? We drive in there, and I said, "Oh shit, you got Audis, Beamers, and
Yeah.
fucking Infinities and Mercedes and all these fucking high expensive cars." And I said, "God damn, these fucking." I'm like really like the light bulbs going off. My like, oh shit, I'm gonna make this kind of money because look at the shit look at the cars these motherfuckers drive.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're doing pretty goddamn well for themselves as STW. And then I found out about the retro check.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's that's why. You know, because I thought they were getting that kind of shit from the money they made without a retro check.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I said,
And those
oh,
guys,
shit.
guys still today, they don't own houses. Most
Yeah.
of them.
Well, listen. Do you remember?
That's the fucking retarded part about it.
Yeah.
You gotta have your priorities in order. Who buys a fucking expensive car before they have a stable place to
I'll
live?
tell you exactly who did it, and it was really funny. Do you remember that conversation you had, Meatball, with Butcher?
You see, I was just going to ask you to beep out his name when the time came. I don't know if that would be fair or not.
I'll bleep it out.
Anyway,
It's no big deal.
No beep it out. All right. Carl Butcher, right? He gets the Infinity.
Yeah,
He
the Infinity
paid
truck.
Top dollar because his credit was bad.
Brand new.
60,000, I think. I want to say it was up there.
Yeah, because this was like 10 years ago. No, more. This was like more like 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah. So anyway, I says, Carl, man, he still lived in the apartment a couple of blocks away, not too far. I'm like, yo, why didn't you go to Jersey or some buy a condo? This and that? I says, you bought this truck. I says, dude, it's depreciating on you. He goes, man, look at this guy. And he started doing this. Remember when Carl used to do this? Look at him. Look at him. Of course, I appreciate the car. I go, what? I appreciate it. I go, no, depreciates. I go, you know what? I'm done.
Forget it.
It went over his head.
He said,
Carl
he said
$100,000.
appreciate when you said depreciate?
Yeah. I swear to God.
I never told you that story.
Yeah. Because Meatball goes, why didn't you buy a house or something or buy a condo? He says, you know, though that condo will appreciate, your car's going to depreciate. And he goes, I appreciate everything I got. Like, what? No.
Dude,
that's funny.
Everybody, you know, like everybody's doing their stuff, you know, whatever they were doing. It just like time stopped for 2 seconds and everyone had to register what just happened. And they're like, oh no. Because Carl came home 6 figures. He was up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
They had the condos, and he was saying it too, that, you know, the condos right around on the other side of the river, which you could see on the water, was going for like 200-something thousand. I'm like, you had to buy, and that's how the conversation started.
Right.
And I'm like, you had the money. Why didn't you do it?
Yeah.
I was taught that shit a long time ago.
Yo, did you ever hear this? Did you ever hear the story about Carl Butcher, about how he cashed his retro check? So if anybody doesn't know what a retro check is,
I heard that story.
Yeah. For anybody who's listening or watching, what happened is we work for a New York City agency. Our pay is directly correlates to a contract. Sometimes the contract runs out, and then it is the union in New York City has to negotiate before they run a new contract. So sometimes when the new contract comes, we get a raise, but our raise goes all the way back to the contract that expired.
Right.
So there might be a year or two that they negotiated. So what happens is all that time that our old contract was expired, they owe us all that money if we got a raise, if we got a $5 raise, $10 raise. So this was the biggest raise sewer workers ever got, period, in the history of sewer work. It'll never happen again. They went from I forgot, $19 an hour to $35 an hour.
No, it was like $15 an hour
Yes.
to $35 an hour.
Yeah,
so that
it
was
was
a $20 an hour raise for every hour that the city owed them
right. Yeah,
for like 10 or 12 years.
right.
Yes, it was a crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
So just do the math.
Yeah.
$20 an hour for fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This
So-
is the type of money these motherfuckers was walking away with.
These guys are coming home $100,000, $200,000 checks, and of course,
Yeah,
Uncle
I
Sam's got to get half.
I just want to make this clear. When you work and you work for 10 plus years without a raise, you have to refinance your home,
Right.
all that. You got to get through.
Right.
But the thing is, once you get your retro, like you said, $200,000, they were coming home with 100 because you
Right.
did have to pay tax on it.
You got to pay
It
48%.
was their money.
48%.
I don't want them to, people to think out there that these schmucks will walk away with hundreds of thousands of dollars. And some guys actually lost their home during these contract negotiations.
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
I had nothing. So when these guys did come into money, who paid off their bills? Who paid their house? Some people went the route of buying expensive sports cars and luxury cars, and they never.
See,
you know
but
what?
there's
They'll never get out of it.
Yeah.
There's so many ways that they could have
Yeah. Well,
went about that as far as they got this big chunk of money.
Yeah, that's
And,
right.
you say, well, I got all these bills in front of me. I got my mortgage and my, whatever, the car and this, that, the other thing, right?
A lot of guys had to get second jobs.
So many ways
Yeah.
you could have gone about that without blowing all that fucking money
That's right.
and, squandering it stupidly and make it work for you rather than just blow it and throw it away. You know what I mean? But if you don't think about that kind of shit, you're not going to let that money work for you.
Right.
And that was the stupidest part of how a lot of motherfuckers handled their money.
So, Steve,
You go out and you buy a fucking $60,000 car cash because you think you big motherfucking Willie because you got this money.
No,
and you
that's
say, I'm going
stupid.
to go buy this shit cash.
Right.
Bah!
Yeah.
But now,
And
what about your fucking house and, how you living? Now you look, scratching your head like, oh, what am I going to do now? Are you stupid or what?
Yeah,
come on,
right,
that don't make no fucking sense.
Tell the story of how Butcher cashed his retro check. It was over $100,000 that he had to cash.
Yeah, the check cash the place. Place with a fucking like $100,000 check.
Yeah.
The check cash, dude. I would love to see the expression on the dude's face when he slid the check through the glass or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Can you cash this? Shit's $160,000.
Butcher really thought that they carried that kind of money in that place.
yeah. Oh, I got one with Carl Butcher, and he called in. Something happened. He got aggravated. Calls in sick, right? So on Thursdays we get paid, and Thursday around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, the checks usually come. The guy goes to pick them up. Some people have direct deposit, some check. So here comes Carl Butcher at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on the day he called in sick. I go, Carl, what are you doing here? You called in sick, didn't you? Yeah, but I need money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're not understanding this. And I'm like, dude, just grab your check and get the hell out, because you called in sick. You're sick. That's it.
You're not supposed to come to work when you call in sick.
You go pick up his check.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you
God forbid he opened up a checking account and got direct deposit. I mean, unbelievable.
right back. Mind you, this is about a year or so after all that money. So he has no direct deposit, no checking account, no nothing.
Yeah. All right.
Listen, for the record, I want to set it straight, and I just want to say, if he's watching this, This ain't not a direct attack on you. It's just
Yes,
funny.
that's true.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
Honestly,
First of all,
he was a sweetheart. Never did wrong by me.
no, me neither.
Loved him,
Me neither.
and we just used him because we know him. But most of the guys there that worked with him did pretty much the same thing, and it's back to we did get off topic about putting your financial priorities first when you decide to buy a car that you want,
Right.
a selfish item, I guess you would want to call it,
Yeah.
whatever it may be. And will your spouse get mad? Probably, for a very short period of time. But if you are providing and you're doing what you got to do as a husband, as a man, as a father,
That's right.
it shouldn't be a big problem.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's absolutely.
Oh, I thought that was my wife behind.
If that was your wife behind you, you would have felt a couple of lumps with the baseball bat.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to change the subject, but I'm going to try doing some of the topics and jokes that we tried last week because that bitch ruined everything.
I don't know. That's going to be hard. I'm just going to have flashbacks and just start screaming.
So one of the topics that we were talking about was the work ethic of Latin cleaning women. The fact that they cannot not clean your hotel room when you're on vacation. It's like they cannot. It's unbelievable. They're banging on the door, clean the room. You got the chain on the door, and like her face is halfway in the door. I must clean your room.
Listen, I have a different opinion about that shit because some of them Latin cleaning women be hotter than a motherfucker. I'm like, bring your ass up in here and let me see you bend over and clean some of this shit. I'm gonna give you a tip, all right.
You're watching too much Pornhub.
Huh?
You're watching too much Pornhub.
I'm just saying, yo, that should be happening, son. Yo, they come in, they want a good tip, so they come in and I'm gonna clean your room and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, all right, come on in. Just let me see you bend over and see what that ass look like.
All right, I'm gonna tell a story.
And then we're gonna see what kind of tip you really gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's so disgusting. You're such racist people. Spanish people are so good. Oh, look at me. That's just terrible and disgusting. I live with Spanish people.
She can't speak English and shit. And you trying to bend over. She can't speak English.
That's exactly what happened last week. That's exactly what happened. All right, I'm gonna tell a story, and this is the God's honest story.
Go ahead. I'll be right back. Go ahead. Go.
Oh, I need you when you come back. Right. Well, I was in college, Steve. Okay, and I went to a community school. I didn't go to any fancy school, nothing like that. You know, my mother had a cleaning woman. She's a little Spanish girl, but dude, she looked like the Spanish girl that like washes your car at the car wash. She wasn't anything.
Okay.
She wasn't. But she would be cleaning my room, and I'd be in my room like studying and shit. Or she'd be cleaning the next room, and I'd be in my room studying. And I'm like, oh, this is, it's like taking a steak and throwing it into a lion's den and expecting them not to at least try to fucking eat it. You know what I mean? Especially at 20 years old, 19, 21, however old I was back then. And then I just, this is terrible. If I was a celebrity, I would have got canceled.
What?
But I had offered her some extra money to, come back in my room. You know what I mean? You're here to make money.
Come back in this room and clean this right here.
And apparently it didn't work. She ignored me the whole time. And I'm like, deal.
Oh, shit. She shot you down?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Did you hear that, Meeple? I offered my mother's cleaning woman when I was like 19 years old some money to come back in and clean the rest of my room.
Clean his car.
she just completely ignored me. I had the money in my hand, like a total porno video. Like I was like, yeah, I had that money in my. If I ever make it big, I'm gonna be totally getting canceled because people are gonna fucking listen to this and they're gonna go, he's a piece of shit.
This is a perverted piece of shit.
Yeah.
Without hair, she's doing this, right?
Yeah, disgusting.
That's all she was doing. I just wanted to grab her hair and beat her.
This fucking coquito got me fucked
Yo, I guess Dave Diaz or Julian, neither one of them are coming. Dave never.
Oh.
Neither. Fuck
You know-
it, what are you gonna do?
We were talking about like the work ethics of cleaning. I think it's fear. They're scared that they got a cleaning gig. They might start off in the back with restaurants, cleaning gig, like the Chinese. Yeah, the guy's watching. You got to make sure you do a right job because if you don't do a good job, then he's going to give you other jobs that are not. Next thing you know, you're giving out hand jobs in the back of a Spanish
No, that's
restaurant.
meatball.
Yeah, so you
You
they're
better
gonna
work.
get a little scared. They want to get that job done and perfect as much as possible because if not, she's giving out hand jobs.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yo, when I was
that
at,
shit is a-
yo,
that shit
Steve.
is a hit or miss. It's a hit or miss. It's a hit or miss. Like you gotta put forth the effort because you never know. And like I said, it's a hit or miss. Some of them bitches will shoot you down, and then you never know. You might get some of them chicks that'll be like, "See, papi," and the next thing you know, she got your hands up in the bathroom with your dick in her mouth. You know what I'm saying? And
Yo,
you never
when I was in Orlando, and this cleaning woman, I must clean you, so I had the chain on the door, and I had the shit halfway open, and I'd be like, we're leaving in a little bit, and when I had the shit halfway open, she had like a little rag, and she stuck her hand in between the door. She just started polishing the knob on the door and shit, and started cleaning. But all you saw was her hand and shit, and she stuck the Swiffer in there, right, Meatballs? She stuck the Swiffer in there.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. She might have fucked up once or twice, and she had 2 strikes on her. Next thing she knows, she's giving anal. This is what I'm trying to tell
cleaning
you.
all kinds of shit at the same time.
They're scared. That's all fear. They don't want to go back to the house, over there and give it that fucking, gang banging or some shit. This is what happens.
Clean my house clean and don't polish off the knobs.
Yeah, it's either right, Meeple. It's either you get gang banged in Tijuana or you're cleaning rooms in Orlando. That's
That's it. That's what happens. That's all. You gotta eat. You gotta get a job.
Those are your choices, bitch.
That's your choice. Imagine that.
Orlando, fucking get gang banged in Miami.
Get gang banged in Tijuana.
That's it. We joke about it, but I know the Chinese. I know guys that I don't know if they do it now. That actually would bring Chinese families over here, and the mob over there. If they screwed up over here and they didn't do what they were told, the family over there would get hurt. So this is some serious stuff. It's true. That's why they're all jumpy. They want to make sure they do a good job.
The Chinese, you get the Chinese chick, and she goes, "Oh no, this is Black Mamba."
What was it? What?
Fuck with that. That's Black Mamba.
Well, that was the scene from what did I have? Corona. Sorry, Corona. Not whatever. That was that scene from Full Metal Jacket. Remember?
Yeah.
This is pure Alabama black snake. Yeah. Since yeah, that's right. Buku. That's right. Since we're on the topic of nationalities, I'm going to throw in another topic that last week I thought was going to be funny when it was destroyed. Do you think that Chinese people during the COVID lockdown, when they had to stand in line to get groceries or go to Home Depot and wear a mask, do you think they felt a lot of pressure not to sneeze or cough online?
Hell yeah. They said if I sneeze or cough, somebody might fuck me up. That'll give them a reason to get their ass kicked because they say, "You the reason that we got this shit." You know what I mean? They will get fucked up.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh. Thank you. Oh.
Who's doing that?
My wife.
No, that was me. That's my phone.
My wife absolutely refuses to be seen on camera. So I asked her for another beer, and she just left it outside the door and knocked on the door.
Damn.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I was thinking about that.
Now, what you should do is get the empty bottle, open the door, throw it down a flight of stairs. I'll clean it up.
I was actually because I was thinking about that. What if the Chinese guy that was online at Home Depot was so afraid of sneezing that he held it in so bad that his eyes went straight and he became American?
You walk up to that motherfucker talking about, yeah, you had to fucking sneeze, didn't you, my boy? You held that shit so long, it straightened your fucking eyes out.
He's got toothpicks on his eyelids just to keep him. Hey, round that.
You guys are fucked up. Let me tell you, man.
We're fucked up. Someone starts to sneeze, and they all look at him. Hey, round that. No, you no sneeze. He do.
Or he blames it on somebody else. He sneezes and blames it on the guy in back of him.
Listen, it's ugly there. You got to survive.
I want to go for one of those fucking Asian
massages, sensual massages. Yeah, I usually. Yeah. I mean, I've never mind.
Yeah, never mind, myself. Yeah, I'm just saying. I've heard a lot of shit about that, and I want to experience that shit.
You got to get. What did I get? It's the what is it that they do? The massage.
What they call it? They call that shit.
The prostate massage.
No, I don't know about no motherfucking prostate massage.
Yeah. It's called the balloon knot.
Yeah. What the fuck? Wait a minute.
What?
Prostate massage? No, now we're talking a different language.
Yeah, they give you the prostate massage, dude. They stick their finger up their ass.
Bullshit.
No, dude, they stick your finger up their ass. If you ever want to have the best like fucking cum ever, right?
If a chick attempts to put her finger up my ass, I'm gonna break that finger off and fuck her up. I'm gonna punch her in the face. Bitch, get your fucking finger out my head. What? No, that's not happening.
I don't know. All I know is
you gotta go with it. You gotta remember.
No, I ain't going with that. No, you're not sticking nothing up my. That's no. That's not allowed.
You gotta do it. If not, she goes back to her country.
Did you do it?
Hold on. All I know is my health insurance won't cover my prostate exams anymore because I usually go about twice a week.
Wait, check it out. I got a urologist, right? That I go to my urologist, and at the time, because he's not my doctor anymore, but at the time, my primary doctor was the short Chinese dude, or he was Korean. I don't know if he's Chinese, but he's short, right? And then, when I have to get checked out from a urologist, he said, okay, I'm going to, write you a prescription or write you a referral to go see this your urologist, right? So I said, okay. So I got the referral and I go to this dude, and this motherfucker was a big 6'5", tall, black motherfucker with fucking hands like mitts. He had big fucking hands. And then he goes, okay, well, I gotta examine you. And the nigga, I saw his hands and I was like, examine me how?
I gotta examine you.
Gotta give me a fucking exam. I said, what? With those hands?
You ever see that joke?
With that motherfucker. I said, yo, his fucking hands were like huge.
He's like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar hands.
What? He said, no, don't worry. Just bend down. Just bend down, motherfucker. No. It ain't that simple. That's your hand. Where you going to put that motherfucker? He said, well, I have to examine you. He sounded like Kai Miller. He was like, I have to examine you. As well as, I said, what?
And then he started going in and out.
I said, oh, shit. But then, after that shit was over, I said, No, make
Call
this
me?
quick, motherfucker. Make this quick, because I don't need to put up with my ass for a period of time. Two shots, 2K, and get out. And that's it. Because this shit is not what's yo. I was like shook when I saw the size of that motherfucker's head. I
That was funny.
Hey,
Call me.
I don't know if you ever saw the video. The guy sees at the doctor, right? And the doctor's putting his glove on. And he goes, "All right, John, I know this is the first prostate exam you had. Just don't get excited." And Steve turns around and goes, "My name is Steve." He goes, "Yeah, I know. My name is Sean."
He found a Rolex watch up there, actually.
Yeah. Yo, one time, I'm going to tell you one time, I was in bad shape. I had food poisoning. I mean, throwing up shit, and I'm in the hospital bad, really bad for hours. Finally, food poisoning, they gave me, I had nothing left of me. I was done. So there was a doctor there with a resident, I guess. So the resident goes, prostate exam, blah, blah, blah. Goes, prostate for, well, we just want to see if everything's okay. I said, I've been shitting for 2 fucking hours. But he refused. He wanted to do it. And I'm like, no. I says, dude, you had your chance. I went to the bathroom 18,000 times. Oh, I got to do it. I go to the doctor. What the fuck? Why is he pushing this? He goes, well, he has to do it a certain amount of times so they can sign it off that he's capable, I guess, of doing it or he's done it. I'm like, the fuck out of here. What am I, a fucking nut? He just wanted to stick his finger on my ass so he had it documented that he did it.
It's like sticking his finger up your ass to get credits and shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, he did it. He reached his milestone. He stuck his finger up like 1,000 dudes' asses. So now he's good. Get the fuck out of here.
I didn't have a Christmas hat, but I had a gnome hat, but I think it's a little.
I couldn't find one,
man. A little bit too big.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I couldn't find one. But that's a gnome hat. But it's Christmassy enough.
Yeah, it's too big. This is actually a treetop. Shit. You guys are fucked up.
Yo, those fucking dudes bailed out, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, it is what it is, man. It's all right. It's still turned out better than last week.
Oh, you ain't kidding. Oh, you should stop talking about prostate.
That bitch was driving.
Yeah.
And you know what?
I don't see watching.
She said, "Oh no, like she didn't give you any indication that she was gonna like tune in and shit, right?"
No, I don't care. We're not mentioning her name. It doesn't matter.
No, I know, and it's
just when she had the nerve to tell me that she never did the chicken cutlet. That was bullshit.
Yeah, funny. And then what's the Spider-Man? It was the funniest shit.
Yeah, Steve, what's the chicken cutlet?
The chicken cutlet. Wait, now correct me if I'm wrong, John, because I'm a little drunk. Chicken cutlet is you stick your dick in sand.
No,
stick your dick in sand. Or
you're having sex on the beach.
You have sex on the beach, and you stick your dick in the sand, and then you fucking go up in it. That's chicken cutlet because your dick is wet from the water. Then you stick it in the sand. It looks like a chicken cutlet.
Yeah. She said she never did that shit. She said she never did the Spider-Man either.
The Spider-Man, that's the funny shit.
Yeah,
that was
Spider-Man. The Spider-Man is the funniest shit. Yeah. You jerk off your hand and you go.
Yeah, you're fucking a girl, and then you come in your hand and you flick it at her like Spider-Man with his web. Yeah, she said she never did that. She said she never did. She said she never did the Darth Vader either.
Oh, that was. Oh shit! What was that one? I just went blank.
The Darth Vader was when you come in a girl's nose and she has to breathe like this.
Yeah. She didn't do nothing. Meanwhile, right now she's probably got like 17 fucking boar's head hot dogs in her.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. From here on in.
No, it's disgusting. I would never do anything like that. That's gross.
No, $5.
Stop talking about the chinks and the gooks. Stop it.
All that kind of talk just brings me back to the chick that told me when she was sucking my dick, she said, "Don't come in my mouth." And I said, okay, and she's sucking my dick, right? And, she's sucking it and sucking it. And I was like, okay, it's about to blow right now, right? And she said, don't come in my mouth. So I didn't give a fuck. I just was like, blah, right? The bitch was against the wall, and then it was in her hair, in her ears, in her neck. It was all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Then she had a mouthful of cum talking about, I'm going to tell you not to call my mouth.
Yeah. Well, if it's that bad, why don't you go spit it out? I mean, really, if you could form full sentences what might come in your mouth, then it's really not a big deal, is it?
No.
Yo, that shit was hilarious. She was gargling and shit.
Gargling. You guys are fucked up, let me tell you.
What did you expect?
All right. Anyway, Meatball, what are you doing for Christmas? Everybody comes to your house?
No, actually, we're going to go to Long Island, my wife's friend's house for Christmas Eve. And Christmas Day, we're going to go to my cousin's, which is only a couple of blocks away. Nothing big. So.
But when you say we, you're talking about you, your kids, your parent, your in-laws, rather?
No, my in-laws, they all passed away. That's why.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that, man. I apologize.
Yeah, so it's been a little rough around the holidays for that. And no, I'm not going with my family. I'm going by myself. I can't deal with these people anymore. I'm going for cigarettes. I'll be right back. I'll come back on the 26th.
My brother Dominic used to do that. Dominic's father used to do that. Dominic's father used to tell his first wife, that he's going out to get ice cream, and he would go to the strip club and come back 3 hours later. Shit.
Oh, by the way, I watched that other podcast. That was pretty cool. That brought back a lot of memories.
Yeah, did you the Bensonhurst one?
Yes.
Did you remember any of those places?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
It was.
They were a little older. What are they, about 10 years older than me?
Yeah. They're
that
all
was the podcast with the gangsters or some shit.
No, that was part of a podcast with my brothers. I had my brothers come on, and then I had girls that I used to know from my old block in Bensonhurst.
Oh,
and
okay.
we talked. They were all a little bit older than me. They were all like my brother's age, really. Over 50, over 55. And we just talked about Bensonhurst during the 70s and 80s when they were growing up. But the thing was, it was tough. It was tough to get them to talk general, and I was trying to get them to talk general. I told them beforehand. I was like, we could talk a little bit about the block and about people that we know intimately, but you got to remember that people are listening and people are watching, and they don't know that. But if you talk about generally the things that were going on in Brooklyn during the 70s and 80s, that's what we want to try to do. And it was really tough because they get lost in, I haven't seen Michael in 30 years. I haven't seen Debbie in 30 years. And they were like, how long are you married now? And how are the kids? And blah, blah, blah. And I'm trying to distract them and tell them, okay, we got to go in, this topic or that topic.
It's a whole different mindset when you become a grown ass adult.
Yeah, right, exactly. But no, it was pretty good. It turned out to be pretty good, and everybody seemed to enjoy it. And then the girl who babysat for me, Debbie, she's got the strongest Brooklyn accent, and I made her do you got to like and subscribe and share to Serious and Silliness. And I just cut that clip out and I put it on TikTok, and it's like the strongest Brooklyn accent. She's like, you got to like, subscribe, and share. Because Serious and Silliness is the next best big thing.
Was that the one in the kitchen on the left-hand side?
Yeah. With the black hair.
That voice went right through you.
Yeah. And she had just moved into that house. She moved to Rockaway. And she had just moved into the house. So there was no furniture in the house yet. Everything was still living in boxes. Exactly. So the echo was like, wow. But she tried going to different rooms, but none of them she just moved in that week. So,
but it ended up being a good, a good.
It was. It was.
I liked it.
Yeah. It was pretty good. And I cut out a couple of short ones. So one was a short video was about the racist tension in Bensonhurst during the 70s and 80s. And then another one was
I remember that shit.
Well, yeah, right. But you were from the Bronx, but I'm sure they had neighborhoods like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but and then I did one. It's actually coming out tonight where I just cut one part out, because at the end we talked about celebrities that were from Bensonhurst.
Mm.
So,
Okay.
so we just cut that part out and they made it a short one and because like it came out to an hour and 20 minutes because
Hey, yo, is what's her name? What the fuck is her name? She was the chick that played
Melissa Milano was from there.
Alyssa Milano. You're thinking about Marissa Tomei.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
she is
the
from.
one.
Yeah, she's
She
from.
played
She's from.
Vinny.
Brooklyn, yeah.
She played what's his name? Girlfriend.
Yeah.
Joe Pesci's girlfriend. And
Yeah.
My cousin Vinny.
Yeah, she's from Bensonhurst. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Actually, she is.
Scott Baio, I think, was Bay Ridge.
Yeah, Scott Baio was from Bay.
That.
Scott Baio was from Bay Ridge, and there was Scott Baio had a cousin, James Baio, who was in the show Soap. You remember that show Soap?
Yeah.
Oh, the guy with the puppet.
That shit was a funny show.
Yeah, that was before my time.
That show was funny.
Yeah, Soap. That was before my time.
But that shit was a funny show.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna call it quits.
We're gonna call it.
I gotta get up early. Meatball's gotta get up early.
Yep. Until we have a farewell holiday season shot.
Okay, here we go.
And to the new year.
That's right.
Wait, I gotta get mine, goddammit.
Yeah. You're never ready with the shot.
Yeah, I know. To the new lockdown. I'll see you guys in the year. I can't. Yo, my daughter graduated from FIT. Her last class was Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
She officially graduates in January. You know, she took her graduation pictures and all that. They just shut down the whole school. They go into a virtual. She's like,
Really?
You gotta be kidding. But she has no more class. Yeah, they shut it down.
Yes, I don't know what
That's
they
what
do.
they're doing now. They're shutting the schools down.
Fucking weird. Anyway.
Better year.
All right. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, motherfucker.